folks, and welcome back to another game demo. This is called TowerLine. It looks very much like a Shapez-esque kind of game. We'll figure out what's going on here. I don't know anything about it. We'll let it all happen here. But let's go ahead and take a look at what we have. I like nice clear tutorials with visuals and text. It's very helpful, so thank you for that. But we're going to extract resources, craft different parts, and build towers. Deliver them to complete your orders and unlock new machines, recipes. Okay, so we build stuff to build other things that build stuff, and then we unlock things so we can build more stuff. Cool, love it, always love it. All right, so recipes are extract different parts. You can view all unlocked recipes in the recipes menu. All right, and you can see what we have there. Cool. After that, we have extraction. So, yep, this is very much like what we have going on. So we have extractors. They're going to output those things. All right, so we're, ooh, that's a odd angle. I don't like that. I don't like that's kind of set back. I want it to be flat. Everything else is flat, and that one is not. So we're going to go in here. We'll get that. So jam. And then we need belts to move the items to place to place. We can cross belts. Okay, that's fun. All right, so we have the direction that they're going. We're going to boop doop. Okay, I know, I got it. Orders. Okay, so each order is different. Rewards. Okay, continue. All right, but I still need to go in here and put that in there. All right, so let's go ahead and add on an order. Order rewards. Each has different stuff. So we get money, machines, recipes, blueprints, or upgrades. Cool. And stats are going to show you what you're producing. Cool. All right, so we have an order of the triangles. How do we make said triangles? Well, we're doing it. We just need to let that go and it will do its thing. Can I join belts? There we go. Nope. Oh, so I can't join lines together? That's no fun. What do we got? All right, I guess we'll do that for now just to hurry this along a bit. All right, I like that we have the perpetual controls there. So pipette, I guess we don't have access to that yet. We can move in and out. Cool. Zoom in and out. All right. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, okay, so we can stack different colors and stuff. So Shapes is more of a flat, where you cut out the shapes and do all the things and color them, and then they stack on top of each other. But Shapes 2 is three-dimensional. The original Shapes is just top-down. This one kind of has an isometric kind of look to it, so we can kind of see what's going on with that. All right, so complete orders must be claimed. In order to claim it, click on the reward slot for anyone. Okay, so I just click on that. Got it. All right, and then we got a presser, so we can make all those shapes smushed. So we could just and get them there. Okay, cool. So let's go in orders here. All right, so we need to make that shouldn't be a big deal. So we go to the presser, rotate it so it's going that way, and I want to add another presser. R rotates, and look at it, it just flattens them right out. Takes a little bit of time apparently, but it flattens them out and does its thing. Do we have a splitter or anything that I can speed this up? No, we don't have that. Nope, don't want that. Okay, so there's only one extractor. We have a bunch of other things. There's only one belt that we have, and there's something locked in there that we don't know what it is quite yet. I may also... Do I just want to start extracting these just because? Not that. There we go. I think we're going to do that just because we can right now. Not necessarily because we should, but because we can. There we go. So we're almost at 30 for these. We're at 25, 27, 28, 29, and there's 30. All right, we'll click on that. That order has been delivered. Now we have the balancers. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so now we can join these things together, and we got that. All right, so let's go in orders. Got that, fantastic. We're just gonna let these bad boys plop in there like so. And then what I'm gonna try to do is just do something with this one. And I want to put it back on the other side as well. We'll get that. And then, nope, not that. All right, let me see if I can, I don't know if I can do this or not. So let's go in here. Not that, this, nope. Yeah, nope, ah. It's when you're bad at games, you gotta kind of figure out some stuff. But I just want to see if this produces stuff coming out of here. So I'm just going to drag that up to just see if anything pops out of that. It may or may not. I don't know. Oh, yeah, it does. It definitely does. So we have that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another one of these little guys here. And I just want to see how much this backs up in comparison here. So I should be able to also just split this one off if I wanted to. And put another one of the little presser thingies there. And then I should be able to just run that. I have to have a way to join that back in. I don't know if I can do it with that. So let me see if I can run that in there, and if it jumps over there. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Okay. I just needed to separate those out a little bit more. So that's not a big deal to do. Just make sure 1, 1, and then we'll do little split jobby thingy, and then that will dump into there. There we go. Look at that. We got the problem solved. See, it's too easy. All right, let's see if we can do a little splitter on this action here as well to kind of clear up all of the things. All right, we got those delivered. Fantastic. What do we get now? An infuser. Infuses parts with elements. Okay, so I have like fire and energy. Cool. Let's go in our orders here. No more orders available. Zoom out to purchase new section for more orders. Okay. Oh, okay. And expanding. So we purchased the locked sections to expand the factory and gain access to additional resources. Each purchase lets you pick one of 3 generated chunks with different resource layouts. Furthermore, you can go in center call, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Cool. And then we can do markers if we need to. I don't care about that, but we can do that. So let's go ahead and add one down here. And we want elements, so we're going to choose that one, I think. Okay, and then we can bridge items from one land to another. Okay, cool. Let's see, what do I need to do here? So we need to get a flattened... Well, we can do that. Can I add more orders or no? So we're just going to take that one up and let that go. While we're doing that, let's go ahead and get... Okay, so that's what we need to do. So I just want to take a look here and see what's supposed to go in these places. So I don't actually know or understand. What does that button do? Oh, it's the bridge thing. Okay, never mind. You don't really need to worry about that too much right now. But I'll bring that over like so. And nope, not that. I suppose we'll have an additional one here as well, so we can mine these bad boys. So we go 3, mine, 3, mine. I can't rotate these? Oh, yes, I can. Okay. 3, rotate, boom. Cool. All right, we'll do that. We'll join those. Join those. Oh, look at that. I almost had that like lined up perfectly. It's not quite there yet, but it's getting close. Okay, so we do that. Then I can merge these together. These type of games just click in my head. I love this type of stuff, even though it's completely unnecessary. Like, I've played games like this before. This is not a new concept, but it's still fun. And that's all I'm really looking for is how much fun are we having? So let's go ahead and get that. Now, I want to see if I can join these together without having any of the like, is this one clear out? Do we get more generating? Yes, we do. Okay, that's what I needed to know, that we can actually put them straight up on there, not like, because previously we had it where it almost looked like it had to be next to one, and that's not the case. Okay, so then we'll join these bad boys together. Nope, not that. Because we'd start putting the blue ones on there if we did that. Okay, so water and fire are going to come over there. I'm going to put a splitter on this bad boy. Actually, you know what? Let's just get rid of all of this. Okay, that's going to go into there. We'll claim that. There we go. Okay, and now I want to get red ones of these. So I need to go back to the smusher thingy. I guess we'll do 2 smusher thingies. I don't know if that's where it's supposed to go in or not. We'll figure that out in a sec, I guess. All right, so let's do that. Okay, and then I need to bring across this bad boy. We're gonna leave a little space for that. And then hopefully we can run it in there. And we'll see what's what. So you can see all the resources that are needed to do it. You need to have an extractor, you need to have a smusher thingy, and you need to have one of the elements. Okay, and if we go to the recipe book here, you can see kind of what's necessary to make each of the things. Okay, that's very cool. Let's see if this actually works or not, because that's the next thing. If this doesn't work, we kind of have a problem. So we'll figure out the next step here, and then we'll kind of move forward from that if it works. So that fed in. Hey, there it is. We're doing the work. Heck yeah. It's going to take a little while to get to 60 of them. Do we want to try putting on another one of these? Definitely could. So let's do that. I'm just going to drag that one over like that and put that in there. And then I can use a little splitsy action right there and put that in there. And then that guy. I'm just going to have a crossover because there's no point in reinventing the wheel right now. We're doing basic stuff. But I dig that we have all this going on here. And what I, in theory, could do is make sure these two are balancing out equally so that we always have stuff feeding in. Because this spot right here is going to get backed up as it is now. And eventually, this guy's going to come in and get bumped over because that's going to fill up. So it should get bumped here. You see the next one maybe will bump. Next one after that might bump. Maybe not. All right, it looks like we're at least doing the stuff there. That's fine. This is very cool. I'm assuming blue triangles are gonna be coming up at some point here, but I don't wanna like do anything that's gonna kind of have questions with that. And in theory, if we have a central hub, we should not be doing any manufacturing work there. This whole area needs to be open for items to come in and out as needed. So really, my factory work should be going there. But you can see as we expand our factory, like here, it's going to have to come up and then over into stuff. So maybe it's a good idea to leave some of this open so we can figure out what's going on. And then maybe we could join multiples of these lines together. Like this one, we could feed over here, and then we could have a separate one going in, I think. That's just something we need to figure out, but we're almost through the red squares, which is fun. I really like, so this is very much like Shapez. Like this is this thing here, the belts, this go into a central core, coloring things, very much like Shapez. I appreciate the visual style. I think it looks very nice. I kind of dig the dark moodiness of it. I like the colors of the red and the blue. I think they just fit the style of the game really nicely. It's a game we've all seen before for the most part, but it seems to be pretty polished and it seems to be going pretty well with everything. And I'm sure we get unbelievable amounts of complexity here as we move forward, which is good and bad, I guess, because complexity is fun, but it can also cause some problems with things. So especially as we're learning the game, complexity means more learning needs to happen. All right, so upgrades. We use upgrades in the menu anytime. Blah, 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 blah. Cool. So the upgrades menu is right here. We can track upgrades by pinning them. Okay. Let's see. So we need yellow circles to do all of that stuff. It looks like we have something. So let's just upgrade that. All right. And we'll go back here. We'll go back to orders. We need some blue squares. Well, let's go ahead with these guys first because we already have that one going. We need 70 of those. That's not a big deal. But what we could do is split this one out. So I'm going to bring that all the way over here. This one. I'm just going to have that. All right. Then we'll do a little split ski action. Right on that, we'll do a little, not that one, We'll do that. So bring this down and over. Oh, I need a little splitsy action. Boom. It's gonna go in there. And then we can at least get started on that. At least we have a process for that. And look at all the action going on. It's very fun. I don't know how deep the game or demo is going to go, but I'm quite enjoying myself. It's very satisfying. I love games that where you build things. There's no cost for doing anything. You can make mistakes. It's kind of sandboxy, but your goal is to make it as efficient as possible. And I dig that kind of stuff. So if we take a look here, this is going to cost another gold coin to expand out. We only have one gold coin available to us, or two of them. We spend a bunch on upgrades, which means our belts are moving faster. So you can see these things are kind of doing their thing a little better. And I absolutely think I can rearrange some of this as well to be a little nicer for what we're doing. So I'm going to go back and get that set up. Number 3 is our extractors. Then what I'm going to do is just dump them immediately over to split skis. And then we'll do more split skis. And then I can go in here to number 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, 1. And then I can go 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. There we go. See, that's a lot less space it's taking up. We also have a nice front of those that now are cleared out that we did not have before. We got that order completed, and we got a merger. Okay, that's what we've been waiting on, folks. A merger is going to help us out tremendously. So we can now have just one of these taken up and get that done. So let's take a look at the merger here. So I'm going to bring this up to there. And then this guy's going to go there. And then look at that. We cleared out this whole space. And that's going to be more important on this one here. So we can go over to 2 and 4. Rotate. No, 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 no. Why can't I do the other way? Is there another merger? Okay, so we can only merge one direction right now, which is dumb, but whatever. All right, at least we can merge those together. Let's go ahead and start a new order. Oh, got no orders available, so we need to expand our factory. Okay, so let's move down here. What do we want? I think I want that. All right, then we can zoom back in. I can go to orders and we can get more orders. Okay, so I'm going to take that because we're already producing it, so there's no reason not to just keep making our thing. And we could probably simplify lots of this stuff more easily, but we get the idea. All right, let's take a look down here. We got green as another color that we have. And yeah, I think we're going to wrap it up here. If you've played Shapez, I'll link my videos for Shapez. I love that game. It is, and version 1 of Shapez 2, like the full release, just came out a few weeks ago. But my goodness, I haven't played that one too much. I played a demo of it way back when, but the original Shapez game, I still spend significant amounts of time in there because it's so much fun. And this has vibes like that very heavily. Maybe a little too heavily, but that's not my world here. I just like playing games, and this game is very fun so far. So folks, that's going to wrap us up here for today. Thank you as always for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Again, this game is called TowerLine, and we'll catch you next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.